We also have some news to break as it relates to this mass shooting that has taken the lives of 2 children and sent so many other children to the hospital. They're literally fighting for their lives right now. Let's bring in CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Sganga. Nicole, you've got some new reporting on the shooter.
Yeah, Reed, CBS News has confirmed via multiple law enforcement sources that the gunman has been identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman. And right now, investigators combing through the social media, the online postings of the gunman here, determining exactly what timeline of events led up to the tragic incident that we saw today. Law enforcement officials have identified writings on the magazines of some of the weapons that were used by the gunman, hateful rhetoric, including words targeting the President of the United States, Donald Trump, invoking the Holocaust and threatening the lives of children. It also appears that the mother of the gunman was a former employee of Annunciation, of the school, who had retired a couple of years back. And so initially authorities had said there was no clear connection between the gunman and the school itself. Now it appears as though the mother of the gunman does have a connection with that school. And as investigators try to piece together more details, more behind the motive of this individual, they're not only going to comb over the social media, they're also going to search the car, the vehicle of the gunman. We know that right now law enforcement has ruled out a possible accomplice, but it is still very early in this investigation. They did sweep the vehicle that was parked outside of the church. They found no improvised explosive devices, despite initial indications that that might have been the case. They did find smoke bombs, fireworks, sort of rudimentary smoke bombs, that sort of thing inside that vehicle. In total, they are tracing 3 weapons. There's a pistol as well as a rifle that has been taken from the scene, as well as a shotgun. And we know that that rifle was a semi-automatic weapon that witnesses on the scene described just a volley of bullets, almost all of which were fired outside of the church. And officials, law enforcement officials on the scene, saying that they were looking at casings outside of that church where students were gathered for mass, trying to get a sense of just how many shots were fired. You mentioned it earlier, and our associates at WCCO mentioned it, but right now we know that 17 are hospitalized, at least 14 of those children, including 2 that are in critical condition.
Well, and your new reporting right there nails down a couple of things: intention and connection. Of course, we know intention is now spelled out in what you mentioned relative to those magazine casings that are being found at the scene. And then connection. You know, earlier Scott McFarland said the framework the FBI uses to look into these things is to examine whether there was a connection between the shooter and the school. So now his mother, apparently a former employee of that school, Nicole. And so now we have a little bit better understanding of that.
Absolutely. And the next step, Reed, will be also determining how this individual got a hold of weapons, whether they were obtained legally or illegally. We know the ATF is currently tracing those weapons, in addition to looking at the markings and the messaging on those weapons, trying to determine whether anyone else knew that this was clearly a troubled, a disturbed individual who was acquiring ammunition, acquiring these kinds of weapons, and planning for this attack. We do know, federal law enforcement sources has told me that the gunman had posted YouTube videos referencing their intentions as recently as just yesterday. So questions emerging about who might have known, regarding red flags. It's always very challenging in these situations, Reed, for federal law enforcement to piece together, connect the dots. Should someone have known sooner? So certainly we're going to see investigators asking those questions, but it's very difficult. And in this case, we know that police have stated, the Minneapolis Police Department, that this is an individual who did not have a significant criminal record, but does appear to have broadcast their intentions in videos posted online prior to the shooting.
Nicole Sganga, thank you so much for that.